4 weeks ago at the Democratic Convention, President Obama boasted that Al-Qaeda is now on its heels. But now a veteran war correspondent is going to battle with the president. CBS News' Lara Logan did her own investigation of Al-Qaeda in Afghanistan, and she insists there is a lie coming out of Washington, a lie that America's military might has tamed the Taliban. She warns the Taliban and Al-Qaeda are coming back. And that's not all. Logan also calling for the U.S. to exact revenge for the Libya terror attack. And there is big news tonight about Libya. A senior State Department official saying his department never concluded the attack was sparked by protests over that video, even though the administration told that story for more than a week. Is that a White House cover-up? Former UN Ambassador John Bolton joins us. Good evening, sir. And State Department says, don't blame us. We never said video. And obviously saying it on the eve of a committee hearing tomorrow.
Well, I think the wheels have been coming off the administration's version of this incident for a long time, and I think the reality has always been that these were terrorist attacks in the case of Libya and radical demonstrations in Cairo and other countries in the Middle East. And the whole idea that this somehow was caused by the video has never withstood scrutiny. So that's why the administration, I think, is so concerned about the hearings. And then when you hear speeches by somebody like Lara Logan that undercuts their entire narrative, this is very serious for the administration.
Well, even things like I posted today on GretaWire, a 14-year-old girl in Pakistan shot in the head by the Taliban. They're bragging about it because she was advocating education for girls. And yesterday at a San Francisco fundraiser, President Obama is saying, and today, Al-Qaeda is on its heels. Why is he seeking to make it look so much better with Al-Qaeda when that's just not the situation?
Well, I think he wants to get past November the 6th, and the whole argument is I've brought peace to the world, the tide of war is receding. In fact, I think it's almost inevitable that if we withdraw from Afghanistan, according to the president's schedule in 2014, that the Taliban and Al-Qaeda are going to take back over again, and this human sacrifice we've made, 2,000 Americans dead, will have been completely wasted. That is the direction it's going in. That's what Lara Logan was saying. And the point she's making is that the radical Islamicist hatred for Western society is not something you can correct without force and response. That's the reality. It may be hard for Americans to understand, but that's the fact.
You know what I find most distressing, though, and I mean the narrative since the last debate out of the Obama campaign is that Governor Romney's a liar, and people have been telling us whether he lied or didn't lie. And there have been I've read the AP report which said he didn't, and the Washington Post said he didn't either. But he still can't get the Obama campaign off the word lying or dishonest or whatever however they sugarcoat the word. That's what they're calling him. Yet the administration, deliberately went out with this cover story on YouTube when the State Department says, don't blame us, we didn't do it. The intelligence community is saying we didn't do it. And they send the ambassador out there from the UN and to go to the shows. They've got Jay Carney and the president. These... A lie?
Let me tell you.
Is that a lie?
When the State Department's career bureaucracy takes on a leftist Democratic administration and tries to separate itself from a liberal White House, you know the White House has got a big problem. And I think the testimony tomorrow is going to be very damaging for the administration, whether it was a flat-out cover-up that involved outright deception, whether it was ideology.
But how could it be a mistake if you've got the State Department saying we didn't do it, we never said it,
because
and you've got the intel saying
it.
that? No, but how can you possibly say it was, oh, I just thought it was, or it was an accident? If you got the State Department coming out tonight saying, no, we didn't, and you've got the intelligence community saying, no, we didn't, and the only one that's saying, oh, it might be a video is the White House.
Because either it's a cover-up or it's ideology. They just can't process that radical Islam is not something that stems from economic determinism. It is an ideology that is determined to confront and destroy us. And the response that we're withdrawing from Iraq, we're withdrawing from Afghanistan, we're not going to have a war on terror is not a response that sells with the American people.
All right. The way this information was disseminated to the people, the State Department did this on the eve of this hearing tomorrow, is through a conference call. They called a conference call of all the members of the media to tell them all at once. They left Fox News off the list.
How unfortunate.
Was that an accident, do you think, or was that deliberate? We've been hard on them on this whole business about the YouTube. They've apologized. Is that What do you make of that?
It's very hard to believe it's an accident. But I would like to know, and I guess we don't know, who the senior official was, because one State Department senior official on September the 12th, the day after the attack, Patrick Kennedy, Undersecretary for Management, briefed congressional staff members that it was, in fact, a terrorist attack. So if he's the same person giving the off-the-record briefing tonight, at least he's being consistent with what he said a month ago.
Ambassador, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Coming up, Congressman